All right, here we go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do two approaches to routing the user to their destination. One will be displaying the route in the Maps app. So basically it's going to open up the Maps app automatically and then set the route in the mapping, the iOS mapping app. The second method we're going to do is going to display the route actually within our own app, which is a little more work, a fair amount more work. But to start off with, we'll create a method, we'll create a function called map it maybe. Let's call it show map. And then the other one we'll call show map and app. Alright, so let's do this. Say let map item. So it's an MK map item that we're working with now. So these are the guys you need to work with when you're transferring stuff to the mapping app. This is a MK map item. And these get constructed with a place mark, which we have. It's our destination. What's the problem?
MK map item is supposed to pop up?
Yep.
Mine did some weird shit.
MK map.
I selected it and it gave me some weird shit.
Okay, does everyone have that now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now when you start up an application, so basically what this is doing is it's spawning another process, a whole nother app. So when you do that, there's like launch options. So what we're going to do is say let options equals an array. This is an array of, okay, here we go, MK launch options. The directions mode key, I believe it is, yeah, this guy. This is Apple at its finest. All right, and then colon, and then MK launch directions mode driving, the one down at the bottom here. And then this little map item guy has amazing powers. We can say map item dot open in. Yep, that's the one. Open in maps. And the launch options will be the options we just made. Now, lastly, now that we've created this, up here in our text field should return after we center the map. We're going to call this show map and then see what happens.
Hold on, can you go back to that? Mine's not.
Hang on a second.
That's a map item, what?
I have an error on show map, solve that show
So I get map item, but when I put the dot, I don't get anything else.
Is that what you called it? You call it map item?
Map
This guy?
item.
And it has to be an MK map item?
Yeah,
map.
map item, dot.
What are we supposed to?
I get nothing after the dot though.
Start typing those lowercase o. Nothing?
But what is this error now for?
If you have an error above it, it will not do anything.
That was the explanation mark after destination.
11 minutes to my house.
Oh, it says it. Let's see, what's the closest?
Mine is about 16 minutes, that I know.
39 minutes to my house. 3.6 minutes.
Where do you live, Glenn? Do you live right in Marshfield?
Yes, sir.
Where in Marshfield?
Yes, sir.
So you don't want to tell me, in other words. I give you my entire phone. Well, not you, but
I'm right by the high school.
Too. Where do you live?
If you know where the high school is.
yep, I sure do. I used to live in Marshfield.
You're at.
I lived at 1409, I'm typing in right now, South Adams Avenue.
And
It's right near the Wildwood Park.
Fire department,
Okay.
where that is,
So you're home by the high school?
like Big
Huh?
East.
You're by the high school?
Yeah. What?
Big East kind of, the warehouse.
Yeah, we're, what, two,
Yeah, right there. That's where that, it's 11
two
minutes
blocks
as
from
well.
the high school, block and a half?
Do you know where the Associated Bank that takes us a block? It's over by 5th and 6th Street.
Can you
Yeah.
put your address
Right
in?
across from our church.
There's a church over there? Whatever, there's a church between 5th and 6th Street.
So like off of Patch Street?
I don't
Right
really know much
behind
about
City Hall.
Marshfield.
Oh, you're farther up that way. Okay, I live kitty corner, that's where I grew up, right across the kitty corner from that, the Associated Bank. Used to be a dentist office across the road. Now there's another bank there.
Yeah, there's a couple of them there.
Yeah.
But
So-
the Associated one is the big one. And then there's Forward Financial, I think is the other one. They're building a 2-story building, 4-story building out behind Burger King.
Okay, so did you guys all get the map to come up with the directions on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
But I assume
It's
so.
taking me an hour and 17 minutes to walk. Yeah,
All right.
it's pretty cool.
All right, cool. That you probably want to close it because that'll just stay open unless you close it.
Can we make our keyboards disappear?
Yeah, the keyboard. That's something that we should. So after you do the text field, in the text field should return. Probably the best thing to do would be to do up here at the top. Do text field dot resign first responder. And that'll get rid of the keyboard.
Whoa,
What was it, text field what?
where did we do that, I'm sorry?
Resign
It's or at the top.
right up here.
Text field.
Resign first responder.
That'll make the.
That will make the keyboard go away.
After you enter.
Where in- it's okay.
Ocean Shui.
It should also. You could also do.
Taking me to Hauschen Shui, because I just typed in random stuff.
Hauschenstein.
Directions are not available for this destination.
I don't think I can drive there because it's on the other side.
Glenn's home does not exist.
It would take me an hour and 24 minutes to walk to my house from here. 3 miles, apparently I walk really 30 minutes in a mile.
That's a nice slow pace. That's a saunter.
Usually saunter, yes.
Yeah.
This is how long?
It would take me 1 hour and 24 minutes to walk
Mine
roughly.
would be an hour and 16 minutes.
Walk 4 miles.
I put in Jamaica, it can't get me there.
I think
Jamaica
it would
map.
be different though, because.
You should try walking.
But it did put the pin on the
It's
map.
more
and
like
said no.
stoplights, I think.
Did you specify different type of directions? Like while driving is probably going to be the most.
I'm a pretty quick walker.
Yeah, it's a,
I think I'd take less.
no
than
direction
an
to
hour.
go.
Yeah, probably because you got to go. You know, you got to go over the water.
It would take you an hour and a half. Long, yeah.
4 miles.
Google Maps would actually route it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, to get to Mexico, it will take,
We're going to Mexico.
We're going warm, damn it.
It's someplace warm.
Dude, tomorrow's
1
supposed to be-
day, 7 hours, 2,023 miles.
Driving?
That's where in Mexico?
South Mexico.
It's not,
Well, from here to Texas it is.
it kind of put me in the middle of nowhere.
Here to Texas.
You just type Mexico?
I just typed Mexico.
It probably centered it in Mexico geographically.
Close to Laredo.
Laredo.
I have a Jeep.
That sounds like a
Grand
good,
Cherokee,
good
Laredo.
cowboy movie right there.
It does.
Which is just outside of Aguasolinas.
What?
That just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Alright, keep going.
All right, so next we're going to do that takes us out of the app. So the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to route them inside the app and not leave the app. So we'll call our method show map in app. I want this to be a capital item. All right. Show map in app. All right. So we'll start with this. We're going to create a source location equals MK placemark, parenthesis, coordinate, this guy right here. Coordinate is going to be map view dot user location dot coordinate. Then we'll have let destination. I'm going to change it because I already have a destination. Map item equals MK map item this time. We're going to create a map item. And the place mark is going to be self.destination. So what we're doing is constructing map items for the beginning and end point. All right, so that's the designated, and then we need a source map item. Let source map item equals MK map item. And for this, we will pass in our place mark, which is source location. Like that. Now, let's see, do we have all the delegates we need? I think we do. Yeah, I don't think we need another one for this guy. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create something called a direction request. And this is an MK directions request. And as you might expect, the directions request has a source, and that's going to be equal to our source map item. And it also has a destination, of course, and that is equal to our dest map item. Just like that. Then we'll say direction request dot transport type is going to be equal to dot automobile. And then once we have all this stuff set up, we create a directions object equals MK directions. And we pass in our direction request. Now it'd be really nice if that was it, but we got some more stuff to type. But not too bad. We should get done by 8.
By midnight?
By well, if you type really slow. Okay, so now we need to do this. Directions dot calculate. And now we have fun with completion handlers once again. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do open paren. And then down here, underneath the open, or not open paren, open curly brace, down underneath the open curly brace, we'll put response, comma, error, arrow, void. That's our return type, in. And let's see, we're going to need to end this up here. All right. So now we're going to do a guard. Remember, that's like a try-catch in Xcode land. Let response equal response. That's goofy syntax. Else, so this is the exception case, if it's null. If let error, and do the same check with error, let error equals error, we'll just print the error. Like this. Good enough. And then we'll just do a return from that part of it. So that's the error condition. If all that passes, and we have a response object. So the response, what we're actually doing is we're calling out to Apple's location servers, and we're getting the directions from them. So I'm going to say let route equal response routes 0. Okay, so you've probably seen on maps on the phone where you'll have like multiple routes it'll show you. So in this case, this is exactly what this is. You're going to get probably, depending on what you type in, you may have more than one route to get there. We're just going to go with the first one, which is the one that's the most efficient usually. And then we say self, oops, if I could type self.mapView .add, and we're going to need this. So this is a little bit weird syntax once again. Route.polyline.
What?
Yeah, I know. Just bear with me. Level MK overlay level dot above roads. So this is where how it's going to place the little line.
This is crazy talk.
Yes, I have like 5.
I gotta figure out what's wrong.
What's that?
I'm missing something here, just gotta figure out what it is. It's a
Another
bracket somewhere.
bracket box at the end, just put it on.
Does this look like yours?
What I'm saying? Oh, I'm missing.
Yeah, now do
Is this
that.
the right spot?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing the shift that return. That's all right. I'm missing something up here, just gotta figure out what it is.
What's wrong, Adam?
Wow, it's just not enough time.
Oh, well, we're not bound by time. We'll not let time be our master.
Under bracket, print. There it is.
Too many curly brackets or something?
Yeah, it's some really weird syntax, I realize.
Got it.
Yeah.
And the reason why some of it's so weird is because it's a throwback.
I was gonna get there as I
Yeah,
kept
tell
going.
me where my error.
It's one of those things you just gotta keep going down.
Okay.
Something gotta be up here.
One right there. And
What?
closing parentheses after error.
Who makes this stuff? I mean, some programmer's gotta be like, get him doing something nice.
Oh yeah, these guys are just like in a little enclosed room.
See, I had 5 errors.
2 points. 2 points for us.
You only get half.
Who is us, by the way?
It's him. It's you against me. You realize this, right? Because it's not
It's
those
still
two.
down against the error.
All right, so in other words, Kristen and Isaiah are a team. Is that how this works?
I guess so.
So why
We
am I
just
sitting
take one by
next to you?
default. Because that way you guys can help each other, so we don't always get points. So we took each one by
Real
default.
funny.
Rock, paper, scissors, one.
How about rock, paper, scissors, lizard, spot?
Okay, so
Do you remember that recording in?
yep, we're recording. So by way of explanation, what the reason why this is so weird like this is because this is actually telling it that this is like a callback. So we're going to have to define the overlay renderer. So that's why this is in parentheses like this, because it's actually going to call a function that we define to render this polyline. And then this is just basically telling it what level to put it at. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Say let rect equal route dot polyline dot bounding rectangle. So this is the outside of the overall route that we're looking at. And now we're going to set a, instead of calling our center map on location, we're going to say self dot map dot set region. And it's going to be some more weirdness. MK coordinate region for map.
Region for map, right?
Map rect. That's the guy. That right there.
And I'm guessing it's rect.
Rect. Yep. And then and closing paren, and then animated. Oops. Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. Animated. True.
That was to me. Can't type today.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Do you want the completion part of it too?
No, I don't. Let's see. Set region rect. Oh wait, I need actually.
So I've got completion with a void after right now.
Shouldn't have to have that. Self dot map. Oh, no wonder. Map view. There. Okay, so now if you run it right now, nothing will happen, and that is because we are missing
Not calling the function map.
this guy.
We're not calling the function either.
Yeah, we're just saying.
Well, no, we will, yeah, that too. That also. So we need to change in here, we need to change this from show map to show map in app, but it still won't do anything. Because we need to define the overlay renderer. So whenever you create what's called an overlay, that's the polyline that we're making, you have to provide a renderer for it in order for it actually to get rendered. I'm trying to remember if I needed another delegate.
Where did
for
you
this.
just change that? I see it out there.
It's in the
Text field.
text field should return. That's where all the action's happening, man.
So self.show map in app.
Right. So the last thing we need to do in order to make this all work is create our renderer. So down at the bottom of our class, the last thing we're going to do is if you type renderer for yep, that one. And here we're going to create a renderer. It is a MK polyline renderer. And overlay is the one we want. And the overlay is going to be the overlay that's getting passed in, which we've defined already. The above roads, yada yada. Okay. And then we set the stroke color. And you can make that any color you want. I'm going to make it red. And renderer dot line width. That's how wide your line is. I'm going to set to 4 is a pretty safe size. Return renderer.
Hold on, I'm still getting one error.
Okay.
It's the line of all, just get the where it is. Self.map used set region. I got it.
So we've got a battle here to see who's going to gain the point or
Nobody?
hold their ground. You got it?
There's only one at the end.
Yeah, that's when we lost them, it's dismissed popped up again.
You still got air supply.
You thought he
There's
had
gotta
it.
be one here. 'Cause that matches that, that matches that, that matches that.
Well,
I did one.
there's not one at the start and
Where are you getting the error at?
and take the one at the end. Yeah.
I got a dismiss in there somehow.
All right, I think the young ones are ahead at this point.
I tried.
I'm throwing the game this time, I'm gonna find a couple more. I'm gonna be there now.
Need to build up their confidence, you know, they're kinda young.
I think they got a lot of error checking done in keying, okay?
What are you talking about? What you talking about,
Well,
Wills?
we were working on OOP, I did all my error
Oh,
checking on there.
Key?
Object oriented programming.
It's just oriented, but yeah.
It is
Yeah.
oriented.
All right,
Why are you on my team?
I realize at this point the suspense is overwhelming, but we need to do one more thing, and that is we have to set the delegate for the map view, which I don't think we did yet.
Where
I am in the view did load,
Both do any.
right below the text field delegate. I set the map view because I don't think we have that set yet.
Not view down what?
Below the
Down delegate?
Yep. So the only reason we need that is for the renderer, otherwise that will never get called. All right, now we'll run it.
Love the happy hose beast.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if she's gonna fly or if she's gonna die.
what's that again?
7731.
I thought that's what it was.
It is.
Okay. So do we put an address in and see if this works?
Yep. And mine did. So it should zoom down to the destination and then create the polyline and center the whole thing inside a bounding rectangle.
Awesome.
All right, success. So you notice that if you type something really far away, it'll just zoom out. It sets the region bounding rectangle based on your route.
Very cool.
All right, so that gets us to the point where we have route. Now the last thing that we will probably do, not tonight, we'll create the step-by-step directions so that if they want to see the directions, we could tap into Siri. However, that's a little bit beyond this class, so we'll just do a step-by-step. We'll probably create like a table view controller with the step-by-step directions in it, showing them what to do, and it'll actually have like little arrows and stuff.
I
So
think this stuff is really cool.
This is
I'd like
pretty.
to say that.
This
Oh,
is
cool.
your best class ever, Sean.
got that recorded. It's all good. All right,
Round of-
Is this it? Is that it?
2 points for the old guys. It's a tie now. All right, so I'm going to stop recording.